Hey, everybody. I think that was the most fluid. That was pretty good. I got the background right. I got the branding, like and subscribe, banners off. Hey, hello. Welcome to the March Live. And the background music's going. Guys, I'm real excited about this one. We're going to invade my privacy. We're looking at all my motocamping stuff. And, I also am in the slow but sure process of moving, so I got a cool background now. But it's real. Can't reach the bike. It's real. It's a real thing. It's really back there. It's not just a Skype background. Who remembers Skype? I don't. I use Google Meets like a real badass. Anyways, hey everybody, what's going on? It's March Live. Let's see who all's here. Oh, my music stopped. All right, there we go. That's done. We got Sideways Stan is here. Critter Moto's here. Hey guys, John Ringo. Who else? Valkyrie's here from the East Coast. Valkyrie, what are you doing out on the East Coast? She's living her best life out there, probably. Crashy's here. I might be stealing his title inadvertently. I don't know if you guys saw. I hugged a tree recently. I gotta edit that video. Ooh. It's going to be great. We're going to give it like, 10, 15 minutes. Let all the Lady McLates show up. We'll talk about some things, catch up. I got to turn this heater down, though. I'm roasting. There we go. It's warm in the Tall Man garage studio all of a sudden. Yeah, we're actually, yes. Crashimoto says we get to see your mat sack. That's probably definitely going on at some point because it gets chilly when the sun goes down. So we'll see. It's probably going to happen. So Osmond's here. Hey, buddy. Oh, Moist Oregon's here. Here to judge me on my kit. That's yes, please do that. I'm actually pretty proud of it this year. I'm going to be honest. I still have a lot of bougie things, and I've gotten it down to the smallest amount that I have had to date. So we'll see. Oh, Motocamp Nerd's here. Guys, go buy from Motocamp Nerd. There's stuff that I have from Motocamp Nerd, and there's other stuff that I don't have from Motocamp Nerd, and that's okay. But go buy from Motocamp Nerd, because they're dope. And Ben and his wife make it seem like they're a whole production situation. So, never mind. Just kidding. I was about to bring somebody else up, but I looked down, and he's not in his chair. So, just kidding. That's fine. Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Oh, hey. So, because it's going to be awkward if I'm just talking on my own. So we'll probably bring you in a little tiny picture-in-picture. See if... Actually, is that possible? Can we do that? Can I be big? Yeah.
Ooh, something new.
Why haven't we always done this? This is just size appropriate. We are now to scale. So yeah, we're gonna give it a little bit of time. The number's slowly creeping up of who's here, and then right about probably 6:20 or so, 6:15, we're gonna plow through this whole kit. I'm gonna show you in detail everything that I have already. So I went through all my camping stuff a few weeks ago with the intention to go camping, and then work ruined it. But that's fine, no big deal. I'm not salty. I love my job. But I was ready to go. So, like, what we're looking at is what I have gone through. So, that's the situation. So, this isn't just like...
This is going to be your pack out for the start of the summer?
I think for the whole summer, yeah. And I've got a tarp in there. I've got the half sack. I've got lights. Like, I got some bougie additions. The cot's still in there. And it's I think they're 15-liter bags on either side. And then this big ass one that goes on the back, which is like 40, 45 liters, something like that. So it's not a lot of space, I think, for me. I'm never going to get it down to just two side things unless they're like 40 liters on each side. And I feel like I could maybe squeeze it all on, but it's small for me and I'm proud of it. So yeah, Critter says it'll make it nice and easy for coming to the island. Oh,
And,
Valkyrie's seeing a specialist.
oh, that's right. Yeah.
She must be, I'm going to guess, in Baltimore. Valkyrie, are you in Baltimore? It's not Walter Reed. I know it's not that. That's the military one. There's another real big medical facility in Baltimore that's like world renowned.
I love the voice. World renowned.
So Osmond says, if we catch you with something not shown, then we can take it away from you and keep it. No, thank you. But maybe. I don't think the only two things that I'm not going to be showing, and I know they're bulky and I don't want to hear like, oh, well, clothes, which I don't really bring a lot of clothes, and food. But food you can just smash into anywhere. And I still have a lot of room on the top bag, which that's my accounting for food space. So those are the only two things that are not readily available in this situation. We will talk about water, though. I have my water bag packed, but that you just strap on top. So we're gonna get into it. I'm trying to be patient and wait for the people so they don't miss anything. But we're not gonna wait forever. I don't like late people. So
He gives me crap if I'm not 5 minutes early.
I get annoyed for no reason. It's not like I'm actually mad about it. I'm just like, oh well.
It's our Navy thing.
It's it is the Navy thing. It's annoying. It's like an uncontrollable reaction. Logical me is like, who gives a fuck? Like, doesn't matter. But somewhere in my brain, I'm like, okay, so 3 minutes past, so whatever, I guess. It's dumb. Where did that go? Nikki Kayak says, shouldn't just be like a roll that you put across your handlebars with just a blanket and a pair of underwear and socks. Yeah, that's it. That's actually, he guessed it. That was the whole, it's just a blanket.
It. All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe.
Affiliate link in the description below.
Could you imagine I do this and I do all the promotion and everything, and then I show you like a sleeping bag and a bivvy as if I'm really that much of a badass? This is all you need. No, I'm a big baby. I want my stuff to stay dry. I want to stay warm. I ain't never doing a bivvy. That just looks terrible. I thought I was going to do that for like half a minute. I was like, you know what would be really cool actually? And then I went and looked, and like the bivvies pack like the size of a tent. Like they are not efficient at all. No. It is not a space saving thing. And maybe if you spend like $1,000, there is no way in hell I can rationalize spending that much money on that little fabric. There's no way. So never a bivvy.
Bike tents pack up smaller than bivvies do.
Yeah, which I have. Thanks, Motocamp nerd. The coyote in the Tillamook bag. Yeah, we'll get into my thoughts a little bit about bags. I will say, in hindsight, and I don't mean to rail Giant Loop, but I'm getting more into this process. I'm getting more experienced. I will say I was very disappointed, not only with the durability of my round the world bags, because I put a hole in them when I dropped it once in Oregon. It shred right through not only the outer denier, but the actual bag itself. So that was frustrating. And then the customer service was shit. They sent me like a patch kit that didn't even have glue. They were like, well, here's a piece. Figure it out. So I don't know. I have mixed emotions about Giant Loop. I was real into them because that's what everybody else was into. I'm not a huge fan. We're also going to talk, well, no, that's a down the line thing. I have a whole new way of thinking about luggage, but I'm going to do a whole video. So, sounds terrible. Right? Sounds absolutely horrible. 11 ounces? You camped in an 11-ounce device in the middle of winter? Moist, you crazy. Moist Oregon was frozen Oregon. Yeah, he says hurry up and wait, Sideways Steen. Yeah, that's it. That's the military mindset. That's what we're doing right now. Just waiting for all the Lady McLates. Just kidding. Like and subscribe. All right, we're getting into it. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Guys, let's talk about my shit. Oh, wait, hold on. I had to do some prep. Wait one, please. This was much more fluid in my mind.
I want to try something.
Can't
Let me
hear you
see.
because my headphones are off,
Oh,
and I
look
have
at
to
that.
adjust all the things. Hold on.
Oh,
Audio
yeah. Cool.
to this. Okay, Corey,
Ooh.
how's it sound?
Chinny.
Is it tinny?
It's chinny.
Is it better now?
A little bit.
Yeah, that's because these are on. So I guess I'm gonna wear this like that kind of guy.
Hear
How's the
that?
volume?
Volume's fine,
Volume's good.
but
You
it's
sound great, by the way.
oh, well, thanks.
Okay.
Mm.
We're just gonna we're just gonna wear it awkward. Because I don't wear things to look awkward. Okay, guys, it's talking about my fit time. All right, so let's start with the side bags. Ugh. Hmm. So moto camping y. Corey, you're gonna be responsible for bringing things up, the
Yep,
comments during.
I got
Oh,
you.
oh, I can still hear you.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, you're up there, but you're not up there.
Yep.
Okay, so um, ugh, I did pull this out. The only thing not actively in here now is the chair, which goes in this because I needed to sit in a chair. So judge me if you want. So these are the Tusk 2 panniers. They're 15 liters on each side in the bags and 25 liters to the top. But the 25 seems a little bit useless because it's 10 liters that you're just rolling into the bag. But if you're filling the bags and leaving space, that's beer space. So I guess there's that. So this goes in there. So let's talk about this. So I've got, so I had a click chair for forever and I loved it. But this was like 60, $70 on Amazon. Cascade Mountain is the brand. Mountain Tech, Cascade Mountain Tech. And it's pretty goddamn durable. So I moved to this because it's high back and it packs down pretty small. Small table, which actually I'll set this up now because I do need desk space. So Trekology, Corey, what are these like $25?
I think it was at the full price was 25, something like that. And I think it was on sale. It was even less.
You're a robot again, by the way. But yeah, they're not expensive. 25 bucks on sale full price. They're pretty damn small overall as far as pack size goes. And it's like a rigid aluminum top, which is nice. And it sets up super easy and pretty quick. And that's it. Like, so they've got, well, so here's the thing. They had Trekology, again, is the brand on those. They're pretty nice. They had three different sizes back in the day, apparently. I went looking to size or price compare because I've got the medium and the small, and I can't find the medium on their website anymore. So I don't know if they still have it. But then LED light strip. So in my hydration pack, I'll carry batteries, um, like batteries for recharging phones and batteries and stuff, and then Insta360 batteries. So big batteries to recharge small batteries. This runs on one of those for at least a night, 2 nights at a time, the little small ones. So I highly, and it doesn't matter what the brand is, they're nothing. I string it up over the either where we're sitting or over the tent, and it's a great, easy light source when you're in the middle of the woods. Okay, so these, so hammer and 12-inch stakes, these directly I use for the tarp, which we'll get to the tarp. Um, I've got holes in the big bag that we string the tarp up with. Tarp can go over the tent. We use it at Tour Tech for shade. I now have, which I'm also going to do a video for how much space is under them because I literally cannot find it on YouTube. Um, a 9, 12, and a 16-foot tarp. And I can't find a video that compares all three and what you can fit under them. So that's incoming, YouTube. But those are 12-inch stakes. I use those to hold the pole down. There was a nasty wind and rainstorm last year when we were at Tour Tech, everybody's shit was blown everywhere. That tarp was barely even moving. So those 12-inch stakes are really great. They keep everything in place. Poop shovel. So, pro tip. So I had one Sea to Summit Airlight towel, and I was just using it as a normal, like, dry myself off towel. So these things are super cool. They're Dry Plus Sea to Summit Airlight towels. They are huge and super absorbent and dry out super quick. So I had one, and then all my stuff got wet when I don't remember where I was.
You
And I
didn't,
thought to myself,
you,
why not buy a second one?
you
So
didn't tell
now I
me you
have
brought a beach towel each time for me.
It's damn near a beach towel for me. Like they're so big. So now I have one for the blue one. I just because I don't want to mess it up. The blue one I use for all of my stuff if it's dewy in the morning, the bike's wet, or drying the tarp off, or if I don't have the tarp and just the tent for drying stuff off. And then I have one for me. So I highly recommend that. Super clever, and it's really nice to be able to wipe stuff down. So that's what's in there. And then this is all of my. So again, this is one of those kind of takes up space, but it's a bougie thing. These are the little ratchets that I use for the tarp. So you can buy these. They're meant for grow lights, is what you find them on Amazon as. And I just took the crap string out and strung 550 cord through them, retied the bottom, and they're great. We have again huge nasty windstorm that rolled through Tour Tech last year. Corey, why didn't we think to get that on video? That would have been a really good example of the tarp.
That would have been, yeah.
Damn it.
Is the
But
audio
yeah,
better now?
you sound good again. You've always sounded good in my heart. So I carry anywhere between 8 to 10 are in here, and they're all strung with 30 to 50 feet each of 550 paracord so that I have reach when I need to string things up. And I'll use those to string the lights up, and I'll string them between trees. So that's the first bag. Also in that side, either side, outside of the dry bag, in the bag, whatever, I'll throw the axe, which is less than a full inch wide, slides right down super easy. Okay, that's pannier one. Talk about pannier two. Is it a pannier? Are these considered panniers when they're rackless luggage?
Is that the
Corey,
right way to say that?
is that the right thing? I don't know. Do a Google. Soft luggage and panniers. I think I've told this story before, but I was on the ferry once, and a group of motorcyclists, I thought they were all together, roll up, and there's this guy on a BMW, like a big fucker, like a 1250. And whoa. Um, Guy on another motorcycle gets off and he looks over, and they're like the hard metal ones, right? Side bags, whatever. Well, so the point of the story. So the guy looks over, he's like, "Hey man, I like your hard bags." And the BMW guy looks over at him with the shittiest look. And he goes, "Panniers." Just like that. And that was it. Didn't say anything else. And the guy was like, "Oh, yeah, well, yeah, cool hard bags." And turned around and walked away. And it was the greatest thing I ever saw.
So, yeah,
Don't
soft
miss that.
luggage is referred to as soft panniers.
Soft panniers. Dude wipes. If you are not on the dude wipe game, get on the dude wipe game. Great for wiping your butt, cleaning your pits, undercarriage things. Stay clean, stay fresh by dude wipes. I have these stupid ass little fire starters that I just happen to have, so I threw those in there. I need to burn through those.
It
I
looks
do
like a
like,
plastic bag.
oh,
What is that?
well, that makes sense. So they're these little. I've got a whole box of them. Let me take it out of the plastic bag, but they're like wrapped in or like dipped in like wax and kerosene and stuff. That's right. This isn't a good focus lens. And just like wood shavings, they'll burn for like 5 minutes. But they're just fire starters. I really need to get on the Bigfoot bushcraft game because those are better. But somebody gave me a box of these because sometimes people just give you shit because you tell them you can't. Oh, hey, can you use these? Sleep system. This is the Lost Ranger by Big Agnes. This is a 3-in-1. I'm obsessed with this. If you are a side sleeper, people, so this is it's a two-part. So the outer layer is just like a comforter, and then the bottom part is just a piece of fabric, but it wraps around the sleeping pad so that it doesn't move. So during the summer, that's all I use. I only use the top half of this. It goes down to like 50 degrees. It's this really delightful, like oversized comforter. It's down. And then the inner bag is a mummy bag, but it's like oversized and it's built for side sleepers. So then that goes into the comforter, and it's the most delightful, most comfortable sleep. Keeps you so warm. This is a really, really shitty Climate X pillow. I only keep this in the bag because it folds down completely flat now, and I will inflate it and stick it between my knees because side sleeper. It helps with your spinal alignment. Okay, here's the big one that takes up the most space. Told you we're going to go through literally everything. Let's talk about my kitchen setup. This bag is unnecessarily long. Okay, I'm going to come closer, people. Oh,
That's a lot
nice.
smaller than my kitchen setup.
I mean, really, yes, but this whole thing exists so that I can boil water and make coffee in the morning. Like it's a little seems a little excessive to me, but I'm not gonna pare down because I'm proud of the setup. Ooh, guys, life straw. Chocolate. Um, this is so I used to have their water bottle. This is floppy, so it folds down into nothing. Their water bottle, no innuendos, but you really got to suck on it to get water out. This, when you fill it with water, you just barely squeeze and it runs right through. It's great. I'm being creeped on, guys. Hey, girl. So, highly, highly recommend. Folds down to nothing. And I'm always camping by a water source. So, um, fuel, coffee filters. This has seen better days. What else we got in here? It's like a magic grab bag. Okay, so this is the newer of the two that I now carry. So this is the coffee pour over system. Uh, Sea to Summit. So I really like it. The mesh is better than the old one. So if you guys know the history of these, there used to be a blue one, and it was just a tiny little like metal filter at the bottom, which sucked ass. This one's better, but I still use paper filters, so I don't have to clean the mesh out because I'll go through 3 or 4 cups in a morning, and I'd much rather just pull the paper filter out. I will typically pack it out with me. Sometimes I do bury it. It's coffee grounds and paper. Hate on me if you want. See the Summit plastic set of silverware, blueware. The hell is this? Oh, told you every little thing. The little mount that goes on the bottom so that your cook system is stable. Safety first. What else we got in here? Coffee grinder because I'm a bougie bitch.
And there is a small man version that he carries with him.
There is. No, you carry the small man version. So, and this is purely coincidence, but he had a coffee grinder, and I was like, man, I got to get on the coffee grinder game because I was carrying ground coffee. So I went on Amazon. I bought a coffee grinder. We camped together the next time. By complete coincidence, he had a short one, and I had managed to buy a taller one. So there is a small man and a tall man version of coffee grinders. So Sideways Stan put me up on these. Mine are still working. These are super cheap on Amazon. They're little like butane lighters. He said his went out eventually, but it was like $5 for a set of three. I'll just rebuy them every season if they go out. And I carry multiples, so I always have one. I also carry lighters in my hydration pack. So if, I break my leg, I can be a real survival man and build a fire. I'm gonna fucking die if I break my leg in the wild. That's why you always carry an inReach. then you don't have to worry about it. Okay, we'll set the cups to the side. That's the handle for the grinder. So I'm really excited about this. I've been wanting these for a while. Finally got them last season, and I do really like them. So this is the Sea to Summit collapsible kettle. It like folds down to not nothing, but it's not much. And it's like a liter and a half, 1.6 liters, 54 fluid ounces. I don't know how many milliliters that is, but it's a lot. Oh, and then in that fits not one, but two cups. So if you have a buddy that forgets his cup, the only downside to this, so what I used prior was a plastic mug with like a sleeve. And I like the plastic mug because it had measurements on it. So now I have to eyeball my delicious Peak Refuel dehydrated meals and how much water goes in there. But that's it. That's Sea to Summit. If you're watching this, because I'm a big time uh, YouTuber, add measurements on these. Also, they're conveniently sized to fit right in there, like they don't exist.
Naked Kayaker brought up that
Surprise!
the filters in those,
My wife had one that got cracks in the filter.
because it stores water in them, if they freeze, then that filter.
Oh, I was gonna say, where the hell were you going? Because they live in on Whidbey Island. But yeah, that is if it freezes. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, properly store your life straws, apparently. That sucks. Okay, and then that's it. Except for my teeny tiny little uh fire maker. What the hell would this be called? My tiny stove. My small man stove. Eh, eh. It's not very big, but it works really well. I've not had an issue with like having to wait forever. I was really apprehensive about buying this because I mean, it's like nothing when it comes to the. Come on, there it goes. Yeah, it's not big, but it makes a really fucking hot flame because fire's hot. I've not had to wait forever for my water to heat up, but that's how I'm making the fire for the kit. All right, that's what goes in the soft panniers. I guess they should back up a little bit, huh? Actually, no, this is not bad. It's gonna stay right here, guys. Okay, in the big bag, my GV. Oh, somebody's calling me. Hey Siri, stop. Hey Siri, stop. Hang up. Siri's being a bitch. In the big bag that goes on the tail bag. So I've got currently the Kelty Tarp 12 foot. So this is right in the middle. This is what we took to StoreTech, and it fit the tent, but you don't have a whole lot of room outside of that. There was like you could barely fit two chairs, but this will comfortably fit like four or five people on its own for shade space or hiding from the rain. Unfortunately, this heater's doing a really good job, so I don't know if I'm going to put the half sack on, but this is a big bougie item that I carry everywhere with me. Anybody who is not usually here. I apologize that maybe you don't get to see it. We'll see. It might get chilly in here. But this is the half sack. It folds up or whatever, mashes down to a pretty decent size. It's bigger than my tent. But if at all possible, if I know it's going to be chilly weather, I like to keep this thing um, tucked away. So the actual name, it's a polar knapsack for anybody who's wondering what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, the creme de la creme, the thing that I'm most proud of having. Okay, here's this. Hold on, let me find my stakes. So this is my tent. I had it for a while. Um, you can string these through the three straps and keep it all together. But I've separated it. So this is the tent. So this is the Tigerwall UL3 bike pack. So what's cool about the bike pack tents made by Big Agnes? Got this from motocampnerd.com. Go grab one. I would recommend actually. So, okay, let me slow down for a second. The ADHD is taking over. There are two different versions of this tent. There is the Tiger Wall and there's the Copper Spur. Now, the difference is that one is semi-rigid, one is rigid. What does that mean, tall man? Yeah, I didn't know either. And I was like, no, I just want that one because it's cool. So semi-rigid means that there are a pole on either corner on one half, and then one pole that goes into the middle on the other half. So if you find yourself camping in places where you can't always stake the tent down, go get the Copper Spur because it's one extra pole, so slightly more space, but it's more versatile. You can set it up anywhere. It hasn't been a real pain in the ass. It's just slightly annoying that my corners are floppy, but it's more aesthetic than an actual problem. But anyways, the bike pack is nice because the poles are 12-inch sections. So versus the traditional tent size that's like probably out here, this is nice and compact. This is the smallest tent I've ever owned in my entire life. And then the tent stake, which could go in here, but yeah, short stick, like our buddy. So that's the tent. This is the footprint for the tent. That's probably gross. I should probably pull that out and clean it. So this is okay. Again, I said it from the beginning. There are some bougie things that I have. To which I will point out, I just realized it is the same size as the tent. This is how thick is it? 5 inches? It's a 5 inch thick air mattress.
Yeah.
This thing is fucking ridiculous. It was also really cheap. So if you have been following my channel for a while, you know that I'm burning through these cheap air pads just to try them out, see what works, what actually doesn't. I've had the Zoo Believes, which was, and I'm being honest, I was disappointed to find this out, but FTA, 40 times around, did like a sponsored review for them and like rode his bike over it, made this whole deal about it. I've had three and all three have gone flat. So I literally only bought it because I saw he did a review with it. And I have had very bad luck with that Zoo Believes company, so I do not recommend them. Now, Trekology one, I actually let somebody else. Oh, where'd you go? I let somebody else try it out for a year. Okay, go back to however. How'd you do that? See, this is why I shouldn't be touching stuff. Anyways, he had one for like a year, um, and I did not think that it would survive. It has. Now I'm much fatter than he is, so maybe eventually mine will pop. But anyways, to get to the point, this is from Trekology. It was like 40 or $50. It's 5 inches thick. It has a nice pillow elevated area. UL 140. But I fill this to like 80%, and then I put it on the creme de la creme. Okay, I think that was a solid 5 seconds for sponsorship reasons. Just kidding. I'm not sponsored by them at all. I'm just trying to get sponsored. Oh, I don't know. I'm opening it like I'm going to take it out. This is the cot. So this is the Marchway cot. 70 or $80. This, guys, I'm telling you, this is the best fucking purchase you can make for moto camping. Yes, it's a little bit sizable. Yes, it takes up a little bit of space. Sleep on a cot with an air mattress out in the woods and tell me it's not the best night of sleep you've ever had in your life. And I 100% honestly say this. I slept on it was a different air mattress, but I slept on an air mattress in the cot next to my bed for a week just to compare. Waking up, going to sleep every night as if I'm just living my life. It was more comfortable than my actual bed. Big, stupid, giant pillow top. I'm telling you, it's so good. Marchway cot. Not a lot of money, a little bit of space. Such a good night's sleep. All right, we're almost to the end. pillow. So this is the Nemo pillow. It is the only. How? Don't do that. Get the ooh. You know what would work is if you got the who is that? The I think it's Big Agnes. Big Agnes has the one with the rails. You need to try the one with the rails on the cot, and then you won't fall off. Um, Nemo Pillow. This is the only one that is not only air inflated, but also it has little like memory foam on the top, so it's nice and comfy. And then I have this is just a Tour Tech neck gaiter, but I like the fabric. I wrap this around the pillow so that it doesn't get all my gross face grime and crap. And I just wrap it around it to store it. And then finally, it looks big and bulky, but they both poles. This is an aluminum set, and this is a steel set. So this I will use for the taller, more sturdy sections of the tarp, and then this I'll use on shorter sections on either side. We tried these at full size. These are cheap and shitty. Just I'm fully aware. I paid like $30. I knew what I was getting, but I tried them full size. I bought them off Amazon. We were up at down at Giant Loop last year. We tried those full size, and they were bending bad. And one of them ended up breaking. So they're good in short sections where it's short and sturdy and it can't bend as much. So that's what I'll use. We'll taper the tarp. Um, so we'll use the shitty aluminum ones on the shorter sides, and then I've got these, and these things are sturdy, boys. Like this is some real metal, and they're steel. They actually came out of what's the brand? Our old state structures. Do you remember? I don't remember. And that's it. That's literally everything. So I regret not taking a photo of it all packed on the bike to show you, but I mean, it's obviously it's not that much. So hold on. There we go. Uh, uh. It's like Haisuka, Hasika. I think it's Hasika, right? Anyways, we used to have these really cool shade structures. They're designed to like go on the back of a truck or whatever. We would just stand them up on their own. And those were great for a while, but then I stepped the game up and I moved to the tarp situation, which provides a lot more space and actually packs down way smaller than those shade structures did. But I think it's Hasika. Where'd he go? Where'd you go, little buddy? Where'd you go? Nope, don't like that. There we go. Anyways, that's it. That's everything. That's literally everything I'm packing, save for clothes, food, which I don't pack. I literally only pack one, maybe two changes. I get kind of gross when I camp, but I'm fine with that.
And then what
And then
about
food.
water? Do you have a
Oh.
hydration pack?
That's right. So where'd it go? I set it aside. So while I'm riding during the day, I have a hydration pack. That goes, yeah, that's a great point. Moist Oregon. I should have first aid stuff. Oh, I do need to get a first aid pack. I don't have first aid stuff. I'm not smart.
Ooh.
So I will carry water on my back for when I'm riding. I almost always camp next to water, a river, a stream, something. So I don't worry about packing water because I'm either boiling it or filtering it to drink. But I do keep Sea to Summit 6 liter. I forget what this is called now. Something pack tap, I think is what it's called. I'll keep that on the bike, just fold it up if I know I'm going to be camping somewhere where I don't have water, and then I'll just fill it up before I get to camp. That's it. Outside of batteries for the Insta360, batteries for Insta360 charging, but that all goes on my back. It doesn't go in the pack at all, and it's not very weighty. So, oh, that is fair. So, okay. Corey makes a good point. Hold on. Switch back over. I do actually want to talk about that. I forgot to even bring that up. Switch over to this. Speaker to this. Corey, audio test.
That's okay.
Okay. Good enough.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about tools and stuff. So I have had these. It's a whole backstory. These are the Touratech Extreme waterproof. I think they call them saddlebags
Can you
specifically.
slide
Oh,
that
Jesus
mic up here
Christ!
out of the
Yeah,
way?
yeah, yeah. I see it now, guys. Look at this cool stuff. All out of focus. Um, they are intensely durable. We'll get into the backstory. Corey, remind me to talk about the backstory when we're done. But in here, which it folds down pretty flat and same on both sides. So on the other side, I have, I think, just the tool roll. Oh, well, I have my click chair in there now, but that's because I was out during the day. Tool roll and armadillo bag, the gas bag from Giant Loop. And then on this side, I've got a couple of um, tubes. I do carry my chain breaker PBR kit now because I had that issue on the side of the road once, and I'm paranoid. The full tool roll is over there, and that's everything that I work on the bike stays in that tool roll. I don't work on the bike from anything but that tool roll. And if I need something, it goes into the tool roll. And then tire filler, Trail Tech, air compressor, and then just various tire shit in there. But this all folds pretty nice and flat. And because this bike is so small, I just throw the motocamping bags over that so that I have my day bags with all my tools when I go riding. And I don't have to keep those bags on the entire time. And I always have my tools on me. Do.
Oh, that's good.
I'm actually very proud of this janky but clever setup. Okay. That's everything. And welcome back. Okay. So yeah, I do need a med kit, first aid kit. But I don't know.
Did you already
I do
cover the
need-
backstory, or do I still
Oh,
need to get that
so
later?
when I first got the Africa Twin and I was at literally like 23 subscribers, I reached out to Touratech and I was like, hey, I'm starting a YouTube channel. I just want to know your bench line. Like, what am I shooting for? And Touratech came back and was like, we got these bags. Do you want to test them out? And I was like, okay. So they asked for an address. I sent them the address. They sent them to me. I went and looked them up. They were $500 bags, which I never would have paid for having not used them, to be honest. It sounds like a lot. So I emailed them, and we'll come back to why I would buy them now. I emailed them, and I was like, so what kind of content are you looking for? Like, what do you want me to do? And they're like, oh, we want off-roading. And if you've been following my channel for a while, I didn't really care for the idea of off-roading on the Twin. Gravel roads, yeah, but they wanted like off-roading. So they just sat in my garage for years. I had them on the Twin for a little bit, and then I switched over to the full-size Giant Loop Round the World panniers. I just always had those on, and they just sat there for a while. So last year, right about this time, I got the 501 and just so happened to already have these bags. I have beat the shit out of these bags, guys. I've dropped that bike so many times. I have just fucking railed those things against trees because I misjudged and just dragging those bags along pines and everything. They're fucking durable. I would 100% pay $500 for these bags again now that I have used them. And they're waterproof as shit. When you 3-roll it, and ain't nothing getting in there. So, highly recommend. Worth the price. Wherever they are. There. Whew. So that's the Touratech bags. We did the Whopper. What do you say? Had a 3-liter. Oof. Yeah, 3 liters is not a lot in the middle of summer. Oh, and the gallon. Yeah. Yeah, you'll go through water, man. When you sweat, you know? Bag behind the chair? What are you talking about? Critter says the bag behind the chair. That's a motorcycle.
No, that's when you were talking when the mic and chair were in focus and you were out of focus.
Oh, yeah, that tracks. No, I can't because I can do this. That's my tank. It sits up here. That's never gonna work. Oh, it did for a second. Wait for it. Yeah, that tank is like it pokes up, and there's no logical way that a tank bag would accommodate that a Turbis tank. So I don't run a tank bag. I would like to be able to, but I'll take the capability of this motorcycle over a tank bag. So we'll see. Oh yeah, the carrier. You were right. He rides up here. So that's it, guys. That's the whole situation. I'm actually impressed. We did that in 35 minutes, 45 minutes, 35 minutes. I really thought that was going to take a lot longer. Where in the world did you ever get the idea of packing a second fly? Who? I feel like he's probably referencing him. I don't remember what I had for lunch last week.
Yeah, because his tarp.
Was it him?
I think so.
It probably was. It was probably Critter Moto, we'll say. But I do really love having the tarp on there, and it's not that much space. Like you look at those poles, and objectively they look big and bulky. They go flat in that bag, which is also nice because it gives everything a nice flat, stable base after that. So they're not taking up space in the bottom. And then the tarp itself. Where'd you go, tarp? The tarp's not really that big, and it squishes down more. Like I don't have it like I'll wrap this thing as tight as I can get it. And it's for what you're getting, it's worth it. And the 16-foot it's a little bit bulkier, obviously, but it's really not that much bigger. 100% worth it. And if you're going out solo and you don't mind getting your tent wet, the 9-foot is plenty enough space to just sit under. It's just not quite enough. I think I took the 9-foot to get lost, and that was barely enough space for the tent.
Yeah.
12-foot, yeah, it was, because I got the 12-foot, and it was enough space for the tent, and then there was a little bit of space for chairs, just barely enough. So that 16-foot is really, if you want to exist under it while camping in the rain, that's the one to do.
Yep. And yeah, that fly helps in the sun, in the rain, in the wind. It doesn't matter what the weather is. It's helpful on all those occasions. As long as you can properly like mount it. And that's why I got the big 12-inch stakes, because those will hold a lot of weight and a lot of pull. And then the paracord, which is nice and strong, so I can really pull those down. And they're nice quality steel poles. I'm only doing that motion once. It's like the 10th time you've done that.
Probably. You gotta put some thought and effort into putting it up so that your lines are run correctly and everything's properly taut. But fucking 100% worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about Motocamp stuff. You guys got questions? Did I miss any good questions?
I think we covered most of them.
Okay. That was loose.
So that your tent, was that so
the tent is made by Big Agnes. It is a semi-rigid tent.
Semi-rigid or semi-freestanding.
Something like that. Hold on. motocampnerd.com. Camp gear. tents. So let's look at the erected here. Perfect. Exactly this. Present, share screen, bam. So see here, there is the one pole here. Can I make this big? Big, please. Hashtag big. Hashtag make big. So over on the side, down here, there's no tent pole, right? So these are held by tent stakes. You just stake it down and pull it out, which is what keeps those corners out and in position. There's only a pole over here in the corner. So the rigid tents, what we all really understand as a traditional tent, is a pole to each corner. And that's what keeps those corners out. And then you're staking everything down. But what's actually keeping the form of the tent is the pole on each corner. Whereas this one just has the pole in the center to save on space and weight and whatever. So you have to stake out those corners. And it's not a huge deal. Like, it hasn't been a real pain in the ass. It's just slightly annoying. The 2 times we've ended up camping on pavement by accident, we were coming back up right after I got that tent. Maybe that was from Giant Loop this past year too. And we ended up camping in a spot that was an RV pad. It was not described properly. So we were all sleeping on, and it was just, the corners are just floppy. Shelter, sustenance, sleep. Yeah, a good quality tent, because if it gets windy or rainy, or windy and rainy, I have slept in tents that were subpar quality. We camped out in the Badlands. I did a cross-country trip with a friend of mine, and I had 2 full-size dogs and a shitty Walmart tent. And it was like an aggressive wind rainstorm. And the whole bottom of the tent was literally just filled with a good 1/4 inch of water. So I was wet. The dogs were wet. That was one of the most miserable nights I've ever spent in a tent. It was horrible. So a good quality tent matters. Spend the money on a good tent. Spend the money on a good sleeping bag. Stay warm. I really like the Lost Ranger too, because it's versatile, right? You're paying, what is that, like $400 or $500? And you're getting down to 15 degrees. You're getting a 50-degree sleeping blanket. And then if you want to save space and only pack one of the two, you can pack that, or you can just pack the sleeping bag, which is also really nice. So the only downside, and it's not really a downside, you just have to be aware of it, but a routine to adjust to is buying down stuff, which I did not this season. I'm slightly concerned about it, but it'll be fine. But typically down stuff, you want to take it out of the pack. You don't want to keep it compressed because it crushes the feathers and it breaks it down a lot faster. So in the off season, just hang it up in a closet, or they normally come with big sacks. If you have a garage in the space, you can just throw it up there. Just make sure you throw like those little electronic moisture absorbers. Throw a few of those in there to help keep moisture and mildew out. Yeah. Yeah, SBS. Shelter, beer, sleep. That's sustenance. Oh, he meant food. Sideways stance is at a Walmart tent, hard rain too. Woke up to a lake under my mattress. Yeah. It was, dude, that was so miserable. And they smelled so bad, the dogs, wet and gross. It was terrible. Who is this cat? I've got a student in my midst. Not anymore. I'd say what I want.
That's a good idea.
Guys. Consider a quilt for summer. Yeah, dude, I really like the quilt. Just on its own. Like, it takes up no space at all when I pack it alone. And it's so warm. It is really the perfect, like, summer camping item. started using a poncho to cover the bike. Well, that's not a bad idea. I wouldn't want to get my half sack wet though. I don't think it's waterproof or even water.
No, they're not
resistant really. Did you wear it in the rain? Did you find out the hard way?
Yeah.
Bummer.
Just a little dew, and it like lost all of its insulation value.
Bummer. Not like forever, just
no,
oh,
just
okay.
for the day or whatever.
I tried calling their customer service. That's it. That company seems like a cover up. But at least they're making good quality cover up products. Nobody answers the phone down there in Portland. Costco is also a good place to find stuff. Not as good as motocampnerd.com, but for real though, guys, if you happen to be new here, motocampnerd.com, go there. Oh, this is a great question. This is said prior student. So I had this plan. No, I did not, Julian, and I'm mad about it. I had this plan. The closest Waffle House is in Colorado. And I had a whole summer trip. It would have been like maybe a week. But I was going to ride down to Colorado and go to the closest Waffle House as an episode. And I never got to do it, and I'm mad about it. Oh, I miss Waffle House. Waffle House and Wawa. Yes, 100%.
Did we just hear the W word come out of Pancake's mouth?
He probably gets pancakes there. He's talking about the location, not the food item. Although nobody goes for the waffles or the pancakes. You go for the damn hash browns. Corey, you have moderator rights to my YouTube, right?
Yes, I believe.
Can you ban Sideways Stand, please? No. It's way trashier and much better. Yeah, he said the loaded hashies. Yeah, buddy. Capped, smothered, topped.
Oh yes.
Fuck, bud.
Yes.
Fuck, bud. Jonesing for some Waffle House. Got to go to Colorado. Be right back.
Road trip.
Yeah, I want to do it, but it's very nonsensical for the time to having actual. When I had the summers off, it was a great idea. Not so much when I'm actually, using paid vacation time.
So do they just need to change their name to the Hash Brown House then?
No, it's Waffle House. Their waffles are decent. This is the best hangover and drunk food you'll ever have in your life. That's the way to describe it. If you walk into a Waffle House and the waitress doesn't have a cigarette hanging out of her mouth in 2025, you fucking leave. That is a bad Waffle House. You go down the street to the next Waffle House. And they are damn near as popular in some places on the East Coast as McDonald's. They're everywhere. Yes.
That's a very good analogy or comparison. Or
not direct comparison of food quality, but experience. If your Waffle House cook doesn't have at least 14 felonies, you're in the wrong Waffle House. Oh God, it's so good. There is literally an East Coast. It's the Waffle House scale. Like if Waffle Houses start shutting down, it's a genuine natural disaster. But until Waffle House shuts down, you don't need to worry. You'll be fine. It's real. It's so good. How'd we end up on Waffle House? Oh, did I motorcycle my way down? No, I didn't. It's a real bummer. The Screamer order in code?
I gotta Google that.
That one's over me. Oh, that's right. Nobody wanted to show up. Well, don't mute it. We all want to know.
Bacon Texas cheesesteak milk with 2 hash browns. With 2 waffles instead of Texas toast. The Screamer. bacon Texas cheesesteak melt, but it comes with the waffles instead of the Texas toast. Okay, so it's a sandwich.
Yes, please.
With waffles.
Ha.
Wow.
Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. I haven't figured that out because I do want to carry the camera this year. Moist. So I need to sort how I'm transporting the camera and the tripod without breaking anything, myself included. Accessories. Right now I'm just running Insta360s. So I've got, can't really see it. I've got one here. I'll replace my side mirror and mount this one. And that, I use the 360 lens. And then I've just got the chin mount. And then I carry the batteries in my backpack. Hydration pack. Oh, they do yell the order to the cook and Waffle House lingo. He's right. It's just a whole experience, guys. You got to go.
It is. It is.
And if you're anywhere on the East Coast and you haven't been to a Waffle House, fix your life because you're missing out. Oh, this is my oldest buddy in the whole world. He knows. If you've never been drunk at a Waffle House at 3 a.m., you're missing out. Any East Coast Navy sailor who has not had this experience is not really in the Navy yet. It's a standard. Goddamn Waffle House. They're so good. It's like the drunk man's Chick-fil-A. Because, you know, Chick-fil-A's got their own other thing going on. Waffle House don't give a fuck. Waffle House might pour you a shot if you ask for it. Because, again, the cook has 14 felonies. So,
well, and this guy probably knows.
Oh, MCM Ben. I'd go party with MCM Ben at a Waffle House. Tall man, what do you mean party at a Waffle House? I guarantee you if you walked in with tall boys in a fucking Waffle House, they would not turn you away. Unless, well, I can think of a couple of neighborhoods in Hampton Roads. But that's not where you go to party at a Waffle House. Oh, bud. Oh. Just walk in there with some old English. Yes.
Oh man.
You never did the tape the old English to the hands thing?
Tape it to it?
Yeah, you have somebody tape 240s to your hands and you have to finish them before they can take the tape off. Come on.
Oh no. We didn't
it's like you've never really partied.
Yeah.
MD 2020.
It's a mad dog. My purple
Edward
passion.
40 hands. Thank you. This is a known thing. Oh, no, this is probably, I do actually looking up the top. I have one little Wi-Fi bar. When I officially move in here, the first order of business is upgrading the internet quality because loading a video takes like 12 hours. So we got to upper internet. Trying to get those gig speeds. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm living out my best Waffle House internet right now, guys. Even my internet is starting to jones for some Waffle House. Wait, what's 211 FTW? I don't know that one. Orange Jubilee. Yeah.
Orange. Yeah. That's a good hangover fix.
Not as good as Waffle House, baby. Oh, man. God, I love Waffle House. I miss it so much.
Oh, it's a 40.
I don't know about no 211. I know about that old English, though. It's not good, but so good. What is that? Malt liquor.
Malt liquor, yeah. Yep.
It's the best cheap drunk and the worst hangover you'll ever have. God, I kind of want to go get an old English. Maybe for the next live, for the April live, write it down. Remind me. I'll buy a 40. Clear through a 40 on the live. That'll be a great 2-year celebration because April, the next live, guys, the next live is 2 full years of doing live shows. You can't go find the last April, so why not every other April we'll unlist the lives.
Do an unlisted live.
It looks like every other year your April lives are unlisted. Why is that? Cedar Summit asked while applying for sponsorship. Oh, don't worry about that. Moist says we need a spot to post links during lives. You can copy, well, not in here. On YouTube you can just copy the text, right? Moist, you trying to sell people car insurance right now? What kind of link you trying to post? Cook has moonshine under the counter 100%. Yeah, there is a still somewhere back there.
Okay, let's see.
I have seen one kitchen fire in a Waffle House. At least 4 different fights that I can remember. One which was started by a waitress. And have actually seen 3 different waitresses smoking while working. While we were doing a road trip somewhere through some state where you could still smoke in buildings. That's Waffle House. There are states. I don't know about now, though. But there are states where you'll get the full Waffle House experience. We were in a Waffle House, the one where the waitress started the fight. We were in a Waffle House, and like a couple walked in, and it turned out it was her ex with the new girl, or maybe they were still together. I don't know, but she screamed from across the Waffle House, which really isn't that big of a space. But who is that fucking hoe? And then threw her order book across the room and just charged them. It was wild.
Wow.
Oh, Waffle House is so good. So many great Waffle House stories. I think the only thing that would really complete it is if while I was at Waffle House, like a full, it needs to be like a Waffle House. I bet you online you can find Waffle House bingo cards. But there should be a block where the cook gets arrested while you're there. Please show up. They just arrest him. I feel like that definitely needs to be a spot on the Waffle House bingo.
That'd be funny.
I really sidelined it about Waffle House here, guys. Suddenly it became a Waffle House live. I'm going to set all of this up in a Waffle House one day and do a live from a Waffle House while traveling. It's a life goal. Write it down.
Your waitress has to be at a cigarette out of her mouth.
Cigarette hanging out of her mouth. Yep. Mm-hmm. Full experience. Stan spitting knowledge. Oh yeah. Sideways Stan knows. I guarantee you he's had his experiences with 40s. That man knows. I feel like partying with Sideways Stan in his 20s would have been wild. Back in his heyday. Oh, look at that. Look who's drinking an IPA. It's pancakes.
Oh,
Mike Ramsauer. Hey, buddy. Guys, what else we can talk about? I really factored all the time here on the motocamping thing, but surprisingly burned through the equipment. There's not a lot. I really got it pared down. I felt it was so weird packing this year because I packed everything, and then I looked at it and I was like, what am I missing? But I'm not missing anything. I got chair, I got lights. Oh, there's a crush light somewhere, but it's like flat as shit. They're this big. That's the only thing that's not on the bike currently because I charged it and had to throw it in the bag. So it's on. I think it's sitting on the seat of the bike. I'm going to show you because I really like these things actually. Wait one. There it is. Yeah. So these are cool. You can get these off Amazon too. And I have beat the piss out of this thing. It's made by Goal Zero. which way? This way? This way. It's got a little, and this little solar panel works pretty damn well. This one is the chroma, which just means it does different colors. I like hanging this in the tent or just keeping it around camp where it is.
He's usually got the red light on.
Nice red light. I'll keep that in the tent so it's not bright as shit. But it's got 3 different levels. It'll run all night on the brightest level. And this, I mean, whatever battery is in here, it's not big, but it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 LEDs. Here.
And when the red light's on, yes, he is servicing.
Yeah, bud. Is it, can you, it's not, oh, because it doesn't auto dim. That's right. Because it's a quality camera. But it, I mean, it literally crushes down to nothing. These are great.
Critter had a question for you.
Keep at least one of these on the bike at all times. Question. Motocamp, ooh, that is a good question. I'm going to dig into the memory bank. Most useless thing I bought thinking it would be good.
Useful or useless?
What's the one most useless thing you've ever purchased for motocamping thinking it would be good?
For me, it's been like stoves. I love stoves, and I've bought so many different stoves for thinking I was going to use them camping, and I just haven't.
I don't know. I'd have to go look in my little... I've got a pouch because I haven't really gotten rid of anything yet. I don't know that I've ever bought anything that really was useless. I think more... My redirect there, what my brain is doing is I'm coming up with like the first tent I bought was fucking huge. And it was like a really good brand. So I just bought it thinking like, oh, this is like a well-reviewed, but it's huge by comparison to the bike packing tent. And that was like a Kelty or some good quality brand. It was just huge. I think size is more. Cause I grew up camping on and off throughout my life, right? So when I came into this, I had a pretty good idea of what I would need. I just didn't realize, I think the single biggest thing for me more than useless was size. Like really taking into account pack size and how quickly the bike fills up. I don't know that I've ever bought anything that really turned out to be useless though. That's a really good question because I'm sure a lot of people have come up against that though. The most useless thing is Coors Light. You're not wrong. I'm pretty proud of myself that I can't think of anything that I bought that's used because I feel like there's probably a lot of people that could cite a couple of things. But I came into this with a pretty solid understanding of camping and like ability to camp, start fires and shit. Jetboil, I don't like Jetboil. One, their starters always fail. Point counterpoint, for half the price on Amazon, you can buy Fire Maple. And my Fire Maple was hardy. I used that for 3-4 years until I ate shit in Idaho and dented the little burner. It's got a name. But the burner section, there's outside, it's like designed to funnel the heat or whatever. That took a nice little dent, which by the way, I went and looked and they are made exactly the same. The aluminum density or depth or whatever is the same. Like there's no real difference, between a Fire Maple and, Jetboil, but it's half the cost and my clicker still works. So on the pot, the heat exchanger. No, they're not even that difference in size, really. Well, the Fire Maple's bigger because it holds more water, which I like. I like having the diversity of being able to actually like boil a decent amount of water. But you can get smaller ones now. They have a whole range. But the heat exchanger on the actual pot got dented. So the burner still works. I have a pot pan combo. And if I'm going out with the intention to cook, I'll bring that, which is a little bulkier than just the kettle that I have, but it still fits pretty damn well. I did test that as I was packing everything, but I'm not realistically as much as I would like to. I'm probably not going to cook as much as I should. I would like to do it more, but, yeah, that fire maple's fucking fantastic. And the burner igniter still works. Like 5-6 years later. Find me a Jetboil. They're few and far between where the igniter still works 6 years in. So I highly recommend fire maple. Favorite thing for camping is definitely the cot. 100% cot. They're so comfortable. Like, I would wake up 3-4 times in the night, and it didn't matter which sleeping pad I used, how thick it was, what kind of quality it was. I would always end up getting sore spots where things would go numb because I'm a side sleeper. And I bought that cot, and I sleep better now than I ever have camping in my entire life, which, you know, as we get older, that's supposed to get worse. So I highly, highly recommend that Marchway cot. I fucking love it. Yeah, see? Mike knows. He got a fire maple. You're welcome, buddy. Yeah, it has its place in the trash can. Of course has its place. Get out of here. Yeah. I think that's part of it too, is there's a lot of people that will go into this with money, and so they'll buy a bunch of shit, and it's spendy, and so then they feel committed. That's one of the reasons why, and I really committed to from the very beginning. Like, I've bought a lot of cheap shit because there is good stuff to be found among the sea of garbage, and I'm willing to have like a bad night of sleep, especially now that I've got the cot. The cot's a nice backup too, actually. So if you have a mattress that fails, it's still not a horrible, you're not sleeping on the ground. So you still have a nice, flexible, supportive surface. It's a lot more comfortable compared to sleeping on the ground if your mattress goes flat. So yeah, Corey, when did we get ours? Like 19, 20?
20, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've got the same one. So I'm 4 years into that, going on 5. I don't think there's any issues with it either.
No.
Why, man. We gotta figure your falling off the cot situation. EPK? What the hell is EPK? What's an EPK? Pancakes? Electronic
like
P kit?
The first aid kit.
EKG?
Oh.
I feel like it would just.
It goes right next to the first aid kit. Up. Matt, you're froze. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay. Do we need to play the pee-pee break song while you figure this out? Studio intro. What we got? Okay. One moment, please. What do we got going on? Let's go back to the chats. What's up, Eddie? Holy pooper.
Is it
There we
working?
go. Oh, look at that.
Am I
And
there?
and the resolution's great now. Oh, did I speak too soon?
How's it going? Is it
I'm gonna,
back?
yes, you're
Can
good.
you hear me?
I can hear you. I can see you again.
Am I here?
I
I
don't
had to
know. Are you?
switch over to hotspot. See? That's
Uh-oh.
what I'm talking about. Gotta upgrade the internet. Am I there? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Corey. Corey. Okay, good. Oh my goodness. We'll work on that.
Yep.
Anyways, what the hell
He's
were we
using that
talking about? Oh, the poop kits.
poop kit,
He
your
sidelined the whole
EPK.
conversation with poop kits.
Yeah.
I don't even know what would be in there. Just extra wipes.
Your dude
A
wipes in your
really big
shovel.
shovel. A really big shovel. Can't be
Do you need
fucking doing 6 scoops. Oh, Slow Eddie showed up. Hey, buddy. It's that guy. Mike wants to know when we're riding again. That's a great question. I maybe am doing an advanced rider course for my motorcycle instruction thing. It's pavement advanced, so we'll see. I'm curious to see what they have in this course. I might try and low-key film it. They can't be mad that I'm advertising for them. So
No, why would that? Yeah.
we'll see. It's not like finalized. I would like to get into teaching it, and so they're like running the class to find the kinks, but it's all instructors. So I'm curious to see what's in it. So you need to you need to do it because I'm doing this. We need a doc, like a Google Doc, to write down updates. I was thinking about this actually. Like we need a monthly recap of stuff that I say I'm going to do and then stuff that I actually do. But I forget because ADHD. It's not like I'm going to go watch the live
No.
before the live.
But that's like I had to put in a calendar event to remind you the Tuesday before your next month's live to get a 40 for the live.
Yeah, see? Perfect.
Otherwise, I would forget.
I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of excited about an Old English. I'm going to revisit my Navy days. I'm going to take one sip and stand at attention. It's the best. It's the best cheap way to get drunk, but it's the worst decision the next morning. That's 1 month and a day from now, me's problem.
Exactly. Yeah.
I wonder how quickly this will drain the phone battery. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Sideways Stan says, if the weather's decent in 2 weeks, I'm down. Corey? Can we get a commitment online? Right now.
Yeah, I think there was a group chat
think
conversation about that earlier today.
We need to go over to your side of the water, though. Go check out the peninsula.
Yeah.
I do kind of want to go check out Tahuya. But I read some real mixed reviews. Have you ridden out there?
I've got the backyard, which is actually we call it the backyard. It's timber company property that we can ride on that I go to. That's even because I live in Tahuya, but there's an ORV park where
that's what I was
everybody
talking
goes
about,
on the weekends. And I just don't. I've hiked out there and I've four-wheeled out there, but I haven't taken the bike out there. I need to go with somebody else. I don't want to.
Yeah, it doesn't sound appeasing to me because people are terrible. And I don't want to be riding a one-way and have somebody come hauling ass the wrong way at me in a side-by-side when it's supposed to be like single track, but they're just plowing through the woods. I don't want to live that ORV life because I've heard all kinds of angry stories. I'm not trying to be that angry guy.
But they
so
have
I don't know
sections.
If I would want to do.
They have truck sections. They have 2-track. They have and they have some single track. I've done no single track. There's one section of 2-track that I've done that was, they call it 2-track, but you could barely get a quad through there.
Pete's got some single track that he wants to take us out on. So we need to plan that too. But Yeah, we need to go. We need to go figure out some Forest Service roads as a starting point, and then see how stuck and lost we can get.
Yeah.
Somewhere over there on your neck of the woods, because Peninsula's got some great looking riding.
Yeah.
Yeah, Walker Valley's not that far from me, but I haven't been out there yet either. I should go test it out there. Walker Valley, yeah, it's just another ORV park. I've ridden through it by accident when I was just doing Forest Service roads. It was suddenly all around side by sides and ATVs and bikes. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Then there was a sign.
Yeah. Hooseberg.
Sounds almost as good as an FE 501. Not quite though. Yeah, we gotta go riding.
Yep.
I'm itching. I need it regularly for my soul. Well, guys, what do we think? Should we wrap it up in an hour and a half? As everybody wakes up. Just kidding. What? There's downtime. And I'm sure my buffering is taking a minute. I feel like it might be the natural transition. What do you think over there? What say ye?
I think it's a good.
I do have Patreon exclusive after this. So if you're not signed up for my Patreon, which I should be plugging more, but I'm still adjusting to the idea. So sorry, not sorry, sorry. But I got a Patreon now, guys. So if you want to hang out in a sweet after party situation that's not broadcast, but we can all like actual video chat hang out. I'd love to see you all and say hi. So go find me on Patreon. Tommy Moto.
So motorcycles and pancakes.
He's not here by choice.
He sent me. I don't know if I'm supposed to play this online, but he sent me a poop song about Matt.
Oh, great. Please continue.
Oh, man.
Send me the link.
Jeez. Okay. One sec.
Are you sending it through the Facebook? Oh, God. I'm trying to load Facebook on hotspot. It might be easier if you just play it.
That means I got to open up Facebook, and I don't even think I've even.
Oh my God! Aren't we just a couple of old people now? Oh, there it goes. It loaded. Okay, hold on. Oh, it's doing that thing. Oh! Near maybe success. God. It's like the olden days of the internet.
Messenger.
So much awkward downtime. Thanks, internet.
No. Oh, geez. That's no. I'm not going to be able to get up. Are you froze again? Exactly.
Okay, I switched back over to the Wi-Fi from the hotspot and everything came back.
Okay.
Am I here?
You are here. I can hear you and see you.
What? Okay, let me get over here. Let me present, share screen. Just on the way out, everybody. Let's listen to this
poop song for
piece of artwork. Do we have sound? Nope.
Riding through the mountains,
we do.
Feeling so free, got my fast on my 501, and the birds watching me, twisting that throttle, wind in my face, but oh, nature's calling, gotta find a place. Calling moto, riding so bold, but when duty calls, gotta pull off the road with my EPK. I'm prepped and I'm quick, nothing ruins a ride like a poorly timed trip. Some pack tools, some pack snacks. I got my TP in a watertight sack. Find a nice view, drop the gear low. Nothing like a party with a valley below. Call me Moto King of the trail. Squatting with style, never gonna fail. No
what a
fancy
special
stops,
thing.
no porcelain throne. Just me and the wildest groups going homegrown. Dirt roads, campfire, stars shining bright. But it ain't adventure till you go in the night. They're watching close, now he ain't impressed. Even he knows I pack wipes for the mess.
Yes, he does.
What a special
So if you
special
ride
thing.
hard and nature says go, remember to pack that EPK. Bro, Tom and Moto, a legend so true, leaving skid marks on trails and in loops. What do you think? Did you want a full song recorded for the Tom and Moto anthem?
It had a shout out at the end.
Oh man! Holy cow!
He's really dialing in that Suno. What a delightful thing. Well,
thank you,
on
Mr.
that note,
Pancakes.
with viewership plunging,
And yeah, I mean, there you go. There's your adventure pooping anthem.
delightful. It's a special thing. Well,
On that note,
like and subscribe.
Yes.
Don't forget Patreon, the Patreon after situation. So if you're not set up over there, run over there real quick and join up. And then we're gonna hang out, all actual real people interactive for half an hour or so. So thanks for showing up. Hopefully you found some of this useful. And we'll see you all in the next live where Corey has a list of things for me to do.
just get a 40. That's it. That's all I got.
It's a really long list. just the 40.
I guess 2.
Nope, just one. Nope. Just the one. Gotta click things, adjust microphones, need one free hand.
Yeah. And duct tape. Yep.
All right. Love you all. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next live. Okay, bye.
Bye.